I don't want to work that hard. Like, I just want to have a good time also.
You don't have to work that hard. The thing is, it's like doing what
be like
you're doing.
Shaq.
Do what you do, but keep doing it. It's not that you have to work that hard.
Yeah.
Just do it to your level of enjoyment. Like there's a balancing act. If you become so obsessed that you spend all your time doing it and then you become this miserable person who's really successful, that's not a success.
True.
Because you're unhappy.
True.
So there's like a balance. Like how much effort do you want to put in versus how much do you want to get out of it?
Right.
And you got to figure out what that is to keep you normal.
Yeah. I just want to.
For me, I just do a bunch of other shit too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I keep from going nuts.
That
I
makes
do
sense.
other things that I enjoyed. That's why podcasts help me.
Right.
Because I'll do this too.
Right.
And then I do comedy too.
Yeah.
And then I do the UFC too.
Fuck
I
yeah.
do all. So in having these different things, I keep my mind occupied in different ways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get burnt out.
Have you always been like hyperact? Like, have you always been doing like 5 different things? Is that always how you were? Like,
usually I
coming
just
up?
do one thing, but too crazy.
Right.
So I realized as I got older, like I need other things. I can't have just one thing. I'm too crazy.
So that's
It's like directing my crazy in manageable doses.
Right.
Because one thing, like video games, I used to get addicted to Quake. And I would play 8 hours a day, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
I wouldn't stop. I was addicted. It was a real problem.
That's fucking hilarious.
It was a real problem. And I get like that with martial arts. I get like that with a lot of things. So for me, I have to have other stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if I have like, I could get addicted like that to comedy, and that's great. But the problem is like mentally, when I get addicted to something, I get like super obsessed.
Right.
And it becomes the only thing I want to concentrate on. And so I'm thinking about it when I'm doing other stuff and I'm talking to people. I'm really thinking about comedy or I'm really thinking about martial arts, whatever the fuck the thing is at the time. It's like for me, like the balancing act is having multiple interests.
Interesting, yeah.
That's just for me, though.
No, that makes
everybody's
sense.
got their own like weird way of managing.
I definitely get locked into one thing at a time, and I have a hard time switching gears.
Yeah.
So like we're launching the podcast, and I hadn't done stand up in a couple of weeks, and now I'm about to do. We were just trying to get everything figured out and recording some pods because I also want to take January off, so you got to bank some, and so I was just in that mode, and now it's like. It does take me a while, I feel like, to shift gears, to like get into like stand-up mode. Like that's why the tour next year. So it starts in February, and then we're going to go until May. Almost the only thing I'm focusing on is stand-up because I want to record a special at the end of that. And then it's like, okay, that's over. Now I can kind of like shift gears and maybe, do a little, write a script, do act. I mean, I want to act. I want to do that shit too. But it's like I'm definitely in that mode where I'm like, I'm just addicted to something right now. And
that's awesome. That's awesome too. You're stating it publicly that you work. So then people will be on your side. They'll be with you while you're doing this, which is fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun to put that out there, and it also like it holds you accountable. Like it's very difficult to do things just decide. Oh, I'm gonna do this every day. Because like if you don't like have a fucking list of shit that you have to get done, it's so easy to blow stuff off.
And also, it's like when your fucking brain is all fucked. I don't know if you feel like you have ADD or whatever, but it's like I definitely feel like every time I look up an article that's like, do you have? It's like every part of it. It's like I have that.
Let's look it up. Look up what is. How do you know if you have